I just took the lid off and I decided, you know what, let's shoot a little video as I pull it out of the packaging, turn it on, pair it. I'm going to pair it with an iPhone 4S, but it's iOS 7.1. And the whole 9 yards, the voice prompt. Now, the voice prompt thing, I see a lot of folks referring to it as unwanted feature, and I understand that. But you also have to understand, it's not an uncommon feature among speakers. It's not just a speaker. I'm going to expect to hear the same female voice I've heard literally hundreds of times on Bluetooth headphones and speakers. That's what I expect. So you just be aware, though, that the whole little voice prompt thing is not unique. Oh, look at that! Well, that doesn't work, huh? Oh! Well, I'm glad we decided to do this right on top of each other. That's funny. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm glad. Oh, what the heck? Alright, well, I'm not even sure what buttons go over what. We're gonna say that's probably gonna face maybe that way. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, it's easy enough to fix, but okay, well, alright.
Enter the Bluetooth.
Okay, so it's actually a different female's voice, but that's not the one I was expecting, but it's, yeah. Alright, enter the Bluetooth. Okay, we're going to scan for it here on my on my iPhone. Okay, and still looking for it apparently. Soundbank Z3. There it is. Alright.
Connection successful.
Alright, and it does not show the battery meter on I/O. Oh yes it does, it just popped up. Okay. Alright, well, let's hit the mode button, see if I got that played on right.
Radio modular.
I guess that's trying to say radio mode.
Enter the Bluetooth.
Oh gosh, that means I do have to take this faceplate.
Connection successful.
I think I'm going to have to take this faceplate off. I'm not sure.
Radio modular.
Detentions.
And it does seem to want to swipe.
Enter the Bluetooth.
Swipe back and forth to modes here. I don't know if I'm going to get this thing up.
Connection successful.
All right, I'll fiddle with that. Let's go ahead. I'm already very unimpressed with the actual function of this thing. All right, music. Let's just play something with some bass here. All right. Yeah, the voice volume is definitely out of proportion with the actual phone volume, sound volume. That's for sure. And that is max volume on my phone. Let's see if we can. Okay, well maybe I did get the buttons right. Alright, so I did get the panel on right, so that is volume there. And long press for volume. Bass is a little musty. Alright, so it does have bass, but it's a bit slightly distorted with heavy bass tracks, and overall maximum volume doesn't sound all that great, but it's decent, I suppose. The whole mode thing, though.
Radio modular.
Radio modular. I'm just wondering if it's going to suddenly switch back to Bluetooth modular. No?
Advisors are calling on him to go it alone. Until this year, Cliff Stone had been Obama's special envoy for closing Guantanamo.
Has tried to work with Congress, but if Congress is unable or unwilling to remove this restriction that on a core executive function, on a core commander-in-chief function, he has the authority to move on his own, and in my use it.
Asked yesterday whether the president
doesn't seem to want to change tracks. Oh, now it's changing tracks. Okay, I guess
refused.
Is it scanning for stations? Okay, I guess it's scanning for stations. All right, maybe that's what I needed to do. Perhaps you have.
Rumor has it he.
All right, that's what you have to do. Is actually
Enter the Bluetooth.
I have to scan through all the stations by hitting the play button.
Successful.
And once you do that, you can switch tracks. But there's no manual, step-by-step switching. I'm doing this without reading the instructions, but I've evaluated so many Bluetooth speakers that a little bit of fiddling usually will show me what I need to do. And I'm assuming the mode button when you put in a micro SD card will switch to that.
Radio modular.
That I know. When it gets.
Enter the Bluetooth.
At least it repairs quickly, and the volume.
Connection successful.
And the volume itself of that voice doesn't actually increase when you up the volume of the speaker, so it seems like it have its own volume level. Alright, so general impression. Sound, it's okay. We are dealing with the under $30 range. I mean, it purports to be, dual 5-watt speakers. It's... yeah, okay. The mode button, you saw that did initially have some weird wonkiness with the mode button. It may have been, though, I was just because I was pressing randomly trying to determine if I had the faceplate back on in the right direction. But once I hit the play, pause, phone button there while on the radio, it did start scanning through, and I was able to switch stations, and the actual reception is pretty good. That's another thing. These Bluetooth speakers that include radio, a lot of them will actually require you to put in a pair of headphones in the aux port to act as antenna, because it basically has no internal antenna. That's when I have no idea what stations were on, but it picked up, sounded pretty clear. Volume, you saw that, tracks. So all in all, there you have it, including all the wonkiness. So you can decide for yourself. I guess one thing I could recommend is when you get in, you pull off the little plastic cover. Make sure you're pushing down on that so it doesn't pop off like that. But okay, you guys have yourself a great one.